Russia says that calls for a resolution of the Syrian crisis by toppling the government of President Bashar al-Assad are in blatant violation of international law. The Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said that military intervention to oust Assad is against the Geneva communique that was approved in a Security Council resolution back in 2012. Lavrov added that the resolution demands an exclusively peaceful and diplomatic solution in Syria. He also rejected claims that Russia is hitting the Western-backed opposition in Syria. Lavrov said it is unclear where and how the so-called Free Syrian Army and similar groups are functioning. Lavrov's comments came as Moscow said its fighter jets have hit at least 9 ISIL targets in Syria. There are attacks to the provinces of Hama and Homs. Russia says the ISIL targets included a command center and 2 arms depots. E. Michael Jones is editor of Culture Wars online magazine, joining us from Indiana. E. Michael Jones, first things first, Russia is now coming out and pretty much making it clear that Bashar al-Assad is legally there, in a clear message, I would think, to anyone who thinks otherwise, perhaps the U.S. and some of its obviously allies.
Yes, he made that clear, first of all, in a TV program, 60 Minutes, on Sunday night. He also made it clear the next day at the United Nations that the stability of the Assad regime is paramount now in their view. And now he's going to do what it takes to keep Assad in power and deal with the situation on his own. I think the problem here is that the Obama administration has been pursuing a double policy here of ostensibly fighting ISIL while at the same time fighting the Assad regime. It's a war on 2 fronts. It hasn't succeeded. It's created a vacuum, and now Putin has stepped in to fill the vacuum.
Well, this vacuum is set to be now due to the inability of the U.S. and its allies in terms of the strategy that they had. So why isn't there more of a joint cooperation? It seems like it's Russia, Syria army, Iran involved on one side, and then you have the U.S. and the rest on the other side. Why can there be a joint cooperation, which initially it looked like it might have been?
Well, there was cooperation in 2013 when the neocons and the warmongers tried to get a war started because of the so-called poison gas attack. The response to that was the Ukraine. That was because Obama was getting too close to Russia. So Obama then goes back to this policy of this dual war on 2 fronts, and he in a sense cannot make up his mind. That's the problem here. That's what's creating the vacuum. What he should have done in the Ukraine is fire Victoria Nuland, repeal what had been done there, and go back to cooperating. But now he's gotten in too far, and I don't think he can't get in and he can't get out. He's stuck. That's the problem.
Thank you for that. E. Michael Jones, editor of Culture Wars online magazine from Indiana.